Welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Citi TV. And again, the show is interactive. We're talking about issues that affect us as Ghanaians. And of course, if there are things that you want to draw attention to, that you feel we need to come and see and bring to the attention of our duty bearers, do send us a WhatsApp message, 0550-585-832. And of course, if you're texting us from beyond the shores of Ghana, use the country code +233 and the hashtag Breakfast Daily on all social media platforms to keep the conversation going. We do want to hear from you. Now it's time to get into an interesting conversation. At least people who are doing something for Ghanaians and for us as Africans, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, September 28th is a day for celebrating agricultural biotechnology and the advances that we've made in that. And we've been joined on the set this morning to get into this conversation. Dr. Jean-Baptiste, how do I pronounce this name? You want to try it?
You need some help?
I need some help.
Let me see. Okay. So,
just if we don't murder the name.
Let's see.
Tonyegre. Okay, let's go. And then we also have Emmanuel Okokbeni, Director of Program Development and Commercialization. And then we also have Dr. Jerry Mbonyine. Is that correct? Okay, fantastic. All right, let's welcome all of you here. Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about the importance of celebrating the biotechnology strides that we've made. Let me start with you, sir.
Yeah, maybe.
You want to go for it?
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
so, I think biotechnology is still relatively new in Africa, and as we embrace modern farming, it's obvious that we have to change tools to something much better, and things that can respond to the needs of farmers, things that can make farmer more cost efficient, or make farmer competitive in the markets. And we've made great strides at AATF, African Agricultural Technology Foundation, headquartered in Nairobi, Kenya. And we are actually exploring innovative technologies to empower farmers, bring prosperity to farmers.
When you say innovative technologies, so give us an example. Give us some examples.
Now, one of the key things, especially in Ghana, is that AATF was instrumental in developing the pod borer-resistant cowpea using the BT gene. And also, we've worked with the Ministry of Agriculture through CSIR in also bringing in a project called Newest Rice that tries to develop nutrient and nitrogen use efficient, water use efficient, and salt tolerant rice. And those are biotech technologies, and they're highly innovative in the face of climate change towards building what I call resilient food systems. So we need to celebrate that.
All right. Now, Dr. Jerry, one of the things that this morning we were talking about challenges that people are having in the northern part of the country as far as salt production is concerned. It looks like a lot of our systems are very, very basic in the way we do things. And what sort of interventions are we using and can we hope to develop so that, let's say, a woman who sells salt in the salt seller we spoke to, Fatima, in Bimbila, will no longer need to rely on the sun, because it's rainy season, and so they say when it is rainy season, salt production reduces because, of course, there's less sun, right? Talk to us a bit about the interventions that we can have so that these things we rely less on nature and more on our technological advancements.
Yeah, so I was just listening to your interview with the woman.
Yeah.
if you watch most of the things that we do, that is where the CSIR comes in. So a lot of work goes on in that particular area, making sure that we develop very good technologies for our farmers to use. So you realize that when it comes to issue of post-harvest management, we have developed a lot of technologies that are normally disseminated to farmers during our interactions with them. When it comes to agricultural production, we develop a lot of good technologies in the area of production, how to plant, the processes to go by, handling your plant right from the time of plant to the time of harvesting. So we have all these technologies that normally we train the farmers, we train AEs, we train NGOs to be able to effectively cultivate their crops, and there are a lot of these things available.
So what are some of the crops that we're working on at the moment, looking at our space?
So in CSIR specifically, we have an institute in the north known as the Savannah Agric Research Institute, and we deal with all the crops that are grown in the north. That is our mandate by law.
Okay,
So we deal with
rice,
cotton, we deal with
yam,
rice.
cotton,
Yeah, we do everything on that.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay, and how has the progress been like? Are the farmers receptive to the technologies? You know?
Farmers are more than excited to work with us. And one beautiful thing about research in Ghana is that it is no longer the researcher going to help the farmer solve his problem.
Okay.
But the farmer rather comes to the researcher through Ministry of Agriculture.
Okay.
Then we then develop the right technology to disseminate to them.
Okay.
And that is how come farmers came to the issue of the pod borer on their cowpea. Then we then had to partner with AATF to see how effectively we could solve that particular problem for them. And that's where biotechnology came in.
Okay, wonderful.
And Doc, you made mention of the fact that we look in the cowpea area. We've developed some, seeds that are more advanced. In terms of the general spectrum of the plants that we're looking at, where are we in that process for the entire continent, all the crops that we grow? Could you say maybe 10% of all the plants that we grow, 20%? Where are we in that region of developing seeds that are, very viable for?
Now, seeds is the medium through which you transfer advanced technologies to farmers because they grow seeds. Now, most people don't often see seeds as input, and they tend to say, I grow my crop, I harvest the seeds, and I keep. And that does not work for modern agriculture.
Okay.
And because your seed is the genetic material that determines how well your crop will perform. Of course, you need water, you need good soil. But if that seed is not good, no matter how good the amount of water, fertility you put in that soil, that will change that scenario. So farmers don't quickly understand that. Of course, they are smart. They understand that seeds, they have to select the best seeds and replant.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work that way because in nature, a lot of things are happening. Seeds, your crop, they are crossing on the field, the pollens are moving, and then it changes the genetic material. It's not what you originally have.
Okay.
So we are trying to sensitize farmers that the seed is important. You may not be the best person to select the best seeds. Let us have experts. Let's have companies, we call them seed companies, who are experts in that field. They will continue to help you generate high quality seeds. They know how to maintain it. They will check for purity. We do quality, what they call quality assurance, quality assurance and quality control. They are best in that area, and then they will sell the seeds. So in the PBR cowpea, we are already developing seed companies we've identified in Ghana that have the great potential. Of course, they need training, they need infrastructure. A lot of things are there. And we also try to work out the economics. Now, your seed, if well done, do go with some extra cost. But what you get in return from using that seed is much more than the seed you save every time you harvest.
Okay.
And we're trying to work on that. So the seed system in Africa is still highly informal.
Okay.
And it's not working in favor of African farmers. And then because the quality of the seed is not good, they don't get good returns, and they are not able to improve their profit margins, and we want to control that.
Okay, so I mean, basic, we need to start seeing our seeds as an investment for the beginning of a great harvest, right? That's what we need to do. But governments across Africa, how have they received these technologies, and how are we sort of trying to assimilate them into our agric practices? I know you mentioned, you know, CSIR and through the Ministry of Agric, you know, certain interventions are happening on our farms, but generally speaking, how much more do we need to do?
So, so what we're trying to do is to change that orientation and tell people that you need to move from subsistence agriculture to commercial agriculture. Bring in agribusiness, and that begins to drive your mentality, drive better understanding, all right, of what agriculture should be. It should not just be a means of life, a way of life. It should be seen as business, and the farmer is an entrepreneur. So he needs to know the resources he needs to invest more on. And so ATF does have a special program that place emphasis on creating more awareness in the value chain, all right? Because your processor depends on the farmer, and the marketers also want to see that the products you bring to the market address market demands and needs, the market profiles. So we are creating awareness, we're working with policymakers, we're working with government, the ministers, the parliamentarians, to sensitize them, because you need all the stakeholders to work together and to address those clearing gaps. And so we need to change the system gradually, moving from informal to formal seed systems. And government is very critical in that process.
So, Dr. Emmanuel, you tell us about the event that's happening. It's tomorrow.
On agriculture.
Yes, tomorrow. So where is it happening? Can people participate? And give us the lowdown.
Maybe tomorrow there will be an event on what we call OFAB. And OFAB was created to help sensitize, to raise awareness on biotechnology issues. And the event will happen tomorrow.
La Palma
Royal
Beach Hotel.
Yeah.
At La Palma Royal Beach Hotel. Okay. What time?
By starting by midday.
Midday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
and can people participate?
Of course, if you're a stakeholder, you are.
Okay.
And it has an international element with people coming from outside Ghana.
Okay.
Is it free to attend, or do people have to pay something?
No, we don't pay for that.
Okay, so anybody. So what about people who are not necessarily stakeholders now, but are interested in agricultural biotech and they want to learn more? Can they come too?
It's a forum. It's a forum. But even if you can't come, the forum is led in Ghana by Richard.
CSIR step.
All right. Okay, so tomorrow it's at 12 p.m. midday, and it's at the La Palma Royal Beach Hotel. Okay, is it going to be? Do you have a social media handle? People want to interact or engage? Is there any?
Or a phone number?
So I think that there are people handling the communication aspect of it, and they're taking care of all these particular issues.
All right. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well. We've been speaking with Dr. Jean. I'll keep only the first names: Dr. Jean, Dr. Emmanuel, and Dr. Jerry. And we're talking about the event that's happening on agricultural biotechnology strides that are being made. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.